Dragon folk, we are in for a treat. Yesterday at the Pro Tour Players Reception, there was a huge amount of keynote information that came out for part of the Mistveil, the next set to come out for Flesh and Blood. And my goodness, have I not been more hyped for a set? I think since Uprising. I don't think I've been more excited for a set. So I wanted to go ahead and just chit chat with you guys a little bit about what's coming, talk about my own personal theories, and then you guys can go ahead and check out this article for yourself. I'll have it in the description down below so you guys can go check it out. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. First and foremost, a brand new trailer. If you haven't watched this, I suggest watching it. It's a beautiful trailer, shows off a lot of the beautiful art that we're going to see in this set. And I don't know, man, it got me a little hot and bothered just watching it. So I suggest definitely checking it out. It is really well done. And then they go on in this article here to tell us about the key dates. Same kind of deal. We already know about Calling Tokyo and the world premiere. So keep that in mind if you're planning on going to Tokyo, get your tickets. There's the product sheet that came out, which we'll look over at the end of this here. Then there was the introduction of this. Now, if you haven't seen this, Flesh and Blood changed their Twitter profile picture to be this symbol. And it actually depicts chi, which is a new type of resource that's going to be specific to the new talent that we see on the heroes in Part the Mistveil. And the new heroes are none other than these wonderful three here. It looks like these are going to be the only heroes that are going to be in the set, and they released all three of them without even needing to wait. You know, it wasn't like we dabbled a little bit into the future. We got three heroes immediately off the bat, all of them with the young versions of themselves, and all of them having marvels as well. So hero marvels are back, just like they were in Heavy Hitters. We are having hero marvels. Let's go over each of these heroes, check them out, see what they do, and kind of see if whether or not any cards you might be looking for, are kind of tick that box. So first we have an assassin hero, mystic assassin hero, New Alluring Desire. New is apparently a succubus, and she uses her abilities to kind of twist the dreams of people, and she lures them in and then kills them in some kind of form. So it's very cool to see this art. This art style is insane. This is new waifu immediately for a lot of people. Uzuri was pretty waifu for the assassin heroes back when Uzuri came out, but I think New really does it for a lot of people. She really fits that kind of concubine feel, using her lustrous body to drag in the souls of men and then kill them when they least expect it. So a very, very great assassin throwback to, I've seen plenty of anime that are just like this too, so very cool to see. Anyway, enough talking about my new wife. New Alluring Desire has, every one of these heroes has 4 intellect and 40 health also, so nobody's getting a downgrade. Your attacks with stealth get that when this chain link resolves, banish all action cards defending this. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, that's because that using her chi ability at instant speed as many times as you want in a turn, mind you, you can look at the top card of your opponent hero's deck. If it is blue, you may banish it. And then until the end of turn, you may play blue cards from that hero's banished zone without paying their resource cost. This means that if you end up getting enough chi, however you generate it, we're not sure how chi is generated yet, but it is specific to the mystic talent. So we're assuming, much like how draconic cards only ever pitch for 1, and they have that little symbol up in the top, these are probably going to be nearly the same. I have a theory that you're going to be incrementally gaining chi, and then eventually when you get your third chi, counter, you can use it like a tunic trigger to activate its ability. So that way it's not like in one turn you can just make this happen, but I'm sure there's going to be power turns in which you're going to be able to get 3 chi and go off. And I think those cards are going to be probably majestic, if not legendary. So keep an eye out for those. But at instant speed, you can go ahead and you can take blues from your opponent's banish zone and play them for free. This means that if you end up getting lucky and getting a blue Macho Grande from your top of your opponent's deck, you can play Macho Grande for free. You can play blue Thunderquake for free. You can play all of the blue Go Again actions that a ninja might have. You have a whole bunch of blues in, I mean, several different decks run blues. Blue is the resource generating card. So it is kind of interesting to see that she steals the blues. Obviously, if they were the reds, she'd be way too busted. But the blues, it's great because it not only has your opponent lose a resource card from their deck, but then you get to use it at whatever capacity you possibly can. So as long as you have the action points, you can keep going ahead and playing them. But most decks run a lot of reds and then like some blues for resources. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. But I think she's huge. A great pick. I kind of want to play her a lot. So enough about her. Let's talk about the new Illusionist, not Amira Serrana that we had seen previously. This is Enigma, Ledger of Ancestry. She uses the spirits of old, I guess, to I don't know what she does with them yet, but there is a little blurb about her in the keynote speech that says that her whole point of her gameplay is she is going to be putting up a bunch of defensive options until she can eventually reach her true form. So we're not sure whether or not there is a demi-hero for Enigma, or maybe Enigma, when she reaches her true form, she ascends into some spirit form and is able to summon these spirits. But her allies, as of right now that we can tell, are very Spectral Shield based. Your first Spectral Shield attack each turn costs 1 less to activate. That means for Iris of Reality and Reality Refractor, if you're using those weapons, then those weapons allow you to attack with Spectral Shields, or your first Spectral Shield with 1 less resource. So that's not too bad if you're using that as an ability, but we're not too sure how she's making Spectral Shields just yet, because she's a Mystic Illusionist hero and not a Light Illusionist hero, so you lose out on a lot of that there. Obviously, you're probably going to be running stuff like Prismatic Shield and Haze Bending and so on and so forth. Maybe even Shimmers of Silver to get your Spectral Shields +1 counters, because Enigma also has a Chi ability. For paying 3 Chi, you can create a Spectral Shield token with a +1 counter. So she can make Spectral Shields, and then she can also attack with Spectral Shields in most cases. So keep an eye on those Dynasty cards that had to do with Spectral Shield, because those are going to be very important to her general gameplay, it seems. Then finally, our last hero is Zen Tamer of Purpose. For you Crouching Tiger fans out here, we got it. Crouching Tiger Ninja is actually going to be happening in this set, apparently. And with Zen Tamer of Purpose, they don't really have much of a hero ability outside of their Chi ability, which says that you can pay 3 Chi at once per turn instant speed to create a Crouching Tiger in your hand, and then search your deck for a card with combo, banish it, and then shuffle, and you can play it this turn. So it does the essential Katsu search ability, but you don't have to hit, and you don't have to discard a 0-cost card. You only get positive value out of the Chi abilities. And it seems like that's the case for everything. The Chi abilities are just super powerful turns that you can use to turn the tide of battle. So Zen Tamer Purpose, if you haven't gotten your Crouching Tiger M's yet, you're probably missing out very quickly, because the market is going insane for this guy. It's going to be very fun. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see what these guys do. I'm excited to see where they're going to go into the meta. And I just like seeing new heroes. I think I'm going to try to main new. If I don't main new, I'm going to try to main Enigma, because I do have a good amount of Illusionist stuff already. And then I did buy Crouching Tiger stuff for Zen. I think I'm just going to try to play all these heroes. I have everything for all of them, so I think it's going to be a great set. We do know about World Premiere in Tokyo and the pre-release information. They are doing a play day event like they did with Heavy Hitters, where on May 31st to June 2nd, you can go to your LGS. That's a Friday through a Sunday. And if your LGS is running a Playday event, which if they're not, please make sure to let them know that they're going to be getting the promos for the Playday event in their Armory kit for this. They do get in the Armory event kit will be in their June Armory kit for this. So make sure that if they don't know that they can make a Playday event, because some people don't. Some people just do them for armories and they don't realize that all this other stuff comes out. Playday events are great ways to get new players into the game. So I highly suggest that if your store has the capability of doing a Playday event, they should do it. This is one of the big times to give out very special promos. In this case, they have a 6-card Playday promo pack with 2 copies of each signature weapon belonging to each of the 3 heroes in Part the Mistveil. So now we also know that each of these heroes are getting their own signature weapon. So that's also very important to their playstyle. And you're going to be able to get a rainbow foil version of them in here. And if it's the same like it was with heavy hitters, you're not going to be able to get a rainbow foil version of these weapons anywhere else. You're not going to be able to get them in packs. You're not going to be able to get them as future promos. This is the only place you're going to be able to get them. So I highly suggest making sure to go to your LGS and let them know about that. The expansion slot is back. We know that everybody loves the expansion slot. So it is very, very, very curious to see what kind of stuff is coming in there. There are going to be, it doesn't say how many expansion cards there are, but we'll check that later. Booster configuration. This is kind of a big deal here. Obviously, we knew a little bit about the set. We know that the price is going to be $109.90 USD for MSRP, but obviously less than that. So you're probably looking at like $85, $89 for the actual price that your LGS will probably sell them for. We are now getting Japanese product. I mean, we in the States aren't getting Japanese product, but you'd be able to buy Japanese product overseas. You're probably going to pay a premium for that, but I mean, Japanese product's pretty cool. And then we also see the breakdown. There's 1 Fabled, 6 Legendaries, 43 Majestics, 54 Rares, 123 Commons, 12 Tokens, and 18 Marvels. We know that the heroes, adult and young, are getting Marvels. So that's 6, which means there's 12 more Marvels that have yet to be introduced. And a lot of people are assuming that these Marvels are going to be the illusionist allies that you're going to be able to use in your Spectral Shield build, whatever it might be. So obviously, illusionists all have, so far, New Prism, Prism Awaken Our Soul, and Dromai have Marvel versions of their allies. So I assume they'd probably keep with the theme of that. But I'm sure they'll give the Assassin and maybe even Zen, right, a new Marvel to work themselves out with, which would be pretty cool. They're also coming out with a new product called the Blitz Deck Collection. It's essentially like those bundle boxes you'll see from other games. It comes with 3 decks, and then it also comes with 3 packs and a playmat in a large box. You've actually seen this previously as the Tolarian Community College Round the Table product, and this is just bringing it back in a new style with 3 decks and 3 packs to upgrade those decks if you wanted to play with some other people. And then you get a cool playmat and you get the box to store everything in. So definitely a great choice. It's going to be $70 MSRP, but obviously 20% less as map. So you're probably looking somewhere around like the low 60s, maybe high 50s for them. So that's a great starting point for this. And I really do think that's gonna help bring a lot of new players into the game, being able to just go, you get 3 decks, you can play them amongst yourself and friends, you can upgrade them with packs in the set, and then you even get a cool playmat, right? And the playmat has zones, so it's also very helpful for new players to learn where things go on the board. And then of course the Blitz decks for Japanese, we're getting those here. The Blitz decks also have the same layout as the Heavy Hitters Blitz decks, where it is going to be a rainbow foil hero and some extended art cards specific to the hero in the Blitz deck. So you're not going to be able to get these extended art cards anywhere else, and you're not going to be able to get this foil hero anywhere else. So I suggest that if you're a collector of these things, or even if you're just looking to get a prettier version of your hero, go ahead and get these Blitz decks. Buy one of these Blitz deck collections, because I think it's great. It comes with all 3 of them, and some extra packs, and a playmat, and a box. You really can't fail. And now we even have the product information here. So we've seen here, obviously the Pro Play event stuff is still kicking off. Well, you know, as I'm making this video, the Pro Tour is happening right now, and it's very, very exciting, mind you. So this is cool. More ads for that. This is the box art of part the Mistveil, is including these marvels as well. Something that I also did not mention, I realize I didn't mention, is that the Japanese language product has one additional legendary and marvel. So I'm not sure if they're going to be getting a special one for them, like a special legendary and a special marvel for the Japanese product, but unfortunately for the Japanese players, this means that a lot of people around the world are going to be wanting to buy their product. So hopefully Flesh and Blood and LSS, they've allocated correctly and are able to make that happen for them. And then we look down here, of course, we've seen here part the Mistveil collection. This is the Blitz collection, comes with all 3 decks. And then you also get the playmat, 3 boosters, and this long box to hold your cards. And that is pretty much it. That has been the extent of part the Mistveil. Insanely cool hero concepts. I've already bought like a ton of staples that I've needed to before the market rush came through. Just be prepared. You might want to pay. You might want to wait until these heroes, we learn a little bit more about them before buying any of the staple cards for those heroes, because they may not use them at all. And then that would feel bad if you didn't go ahead and buy them. But I've wanted them for a while, so I went ahead and picked them up. I got them at a pretty good deal, so I'm very happy. But let me know what you guys think about the 3 new heroes that are coming out in part the Mistveil. Let me know which one is your favorite. Are you excited for the Crouching Tiger Ninja, the Snake Assassin, or the Mystic Assassin that uses dreams to kill her victims? Or are you excited about the Ancestral Illusionist who uses spectral shields to attack her opponents and possibly even have a demi-hero to become some ascended version of herself? And if you're not excited for any of these heroes, what are you excited about with part the Mistveil? I would love to hear from you all in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel as well. We are rolling on up to 2K subscribers. We're about 300 subscribers away from 2K. So if you guys have enjoyed the content, make sure to go ahead and subscribe. It is free and it helps out the channel a lot. If you wanted to help the channel out even more, we do have channel memberships available for those guys who want to do that. It is whatever price that I have set up for it, and you get exclusive videos for yourself. You also get emotes for when I go live every Thursday. So if you wanted to take part in that, certainly appreciate it, but it's absolutely not necessary. So thank you all so much for watching. I do appreciate all of the support that you have, and I cannot wait to see you all at the tables for the Part the Mistveil's pre-release. All right, everybody, nerd out.